Hey guys, and welcome back to Battlefront updates and some big news for Star Wars Battlefront 2, as the community transmission detailing the Rise of Skywalker content and the Celebration Edition just dropped on the forums. And yeah, starting off, most of you probably saw this leak through the PlayStation website, but I wanted to wait for the official information. But this is the art for the Battlefront 2 Celebration Edition, a new, well, I guess new release of the game, same as they did an Ultimate Edition for the previous game. And this Celebration Edition includes the base game, obviously, and it also includes every trooper appearance, emote, voice line, and victory pose currently available in Battlefront 2 that can be unlocked with credits or crystals. So that means about 150 plus appearances, including 6 legendary appearances, 100 plus emotes, and 90 plus victory poses. But also to clarify, what isn't included is the experience and star card progression, the Last Jedi appearances for Kylo and Rey, as well as customization that can be obtained through special in-game events such as Leia's Princess of Alderaan skin or the Farm Boy Luke appearance. And it will also include new content coming in December with our Rise of Skywalker update, which such as the new hero skins that I will be getting to in a second. So what does this version cost? Well, first of all, it drops tomorrow, December 5th, as a digital download across all 3 platforms. And if you want to buy it from scratch, it will cost you $39.99, but if you already own Battlefront 2 and want to upgrade, you'll be able to do so for $24.99. So depending on how many skins you already have unlocked, it might actually be worth it, but if you already have like everything unlocked, it might not be worth the upgrade. However, if you do have Origin Access Premier, this upgrade is included in your subscription, so for me, I'm guessing I just log in tomorrow and the game will be upgraded. So what does this mean for the game? Well, it's really good news, I would say. It seems like they're aiming for the future kind of and want to, it's not just going to be Rise of Skywalker and then the game dies down, but they want to start selling more copies of the game, which is obviously a very good timing with the Rise of Skywalker coming out and having a new box to show off that people can buy. And there's still a lot of people who probably don't own Battlefront 2 since the launch and whatnot. So a new edition, fantastic. The one thing I'm a little bit disappointed in is that for those of us who do own most of the skins, it's not really worth it, and it's us who really want to spend money on the game, support the game, buy something that will help us out, but you don't really have a reason to do so. I mean, $25, sure, I get it included in Origin Access Premier, so for me it doesn't really matter, but if you have every skin, it might not be worth the upgrade. But I do, however, think that there's probably a lot of people who do not have all the skins, and in that case, it's definitely worth those $25, as that's almost the price of just one legendary skin. But oh well, good news for the game, definitely. But let's continue to the Rise of Skywalker update, as there are some quite interesting reveals in terms of heroes and whatnot, so let's jump into it. So the next update for Battlefront 2 is titled Rise of Skywalker, which, again, not the one tomorrow, but the one later in the month. And it focuses on content around the upcoming highly anticipated film. So what's coming in the update? First off, we have a brand new jungle planet. You might have caught a glimpse of this jungle-like planet in the last trailer for Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. We're bringing this planet to co-op in December, where you will be playing as either Resistance or First Order as the conflict spreads to this tropical paradise. So it is a little bit disappointing that the planet is only coming to co-op. They do, however, say later down the line that Capital Supremacy is coming to the sequel trilogy in January. I will talk about that later, but I'm assuming the new planet will also be in Capital Supremacy at that point, and it's not just going to be in co-op. It's a little bit disappointing though when they drop a new planet. You usually want to go in either in Capital Supremacy or Galactic Assault for some multiplayer action, but in December it seems like it's only going to be available in co-op. But a new planet is great, but we've also previously mentioned new reinforcements. And this month we have 4 brand new ones arriving into the game, split evenly between the Resistance and the First Order. Joining the ranks of the First Order will be the Sith Trooper, a merciless trooper excelling in speed and advanced weaponry to hunt down and destroy anyone that stands in their way. And I just want to quickly clarify here that I know I said the Sith Trooper wouldn't be coming in a previous video, but that's because I misinterpreted Ben's comments and read them kind of out of context. So apologies for that. I just want to clarify, as I don't like spreading misinformation. He never said the Sith Trooper isn't coming, it was just that the comment was taken a bit out of context. But alongside the Sith Trooper will be the First Order Jet Trooper that has received new training and jetpack equipment to achieve dominance over the Resistance. Achieve aerial superiority over the Resistance by using your grenade attachment enhanced blaster rifle as you dodge, hover and maneuver through the air. So I think this means that they're upgrading the current Jet Trooper with a new look and new blaster, but I don't think there's going to be 2 versions of the Jet Trooper. As for the Resistance, we've got the Gunner and Spy unit. These are 2 new alien species from Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, so they could really be including anything. but I'm very happy that we are getting 2 on each side. Since the release of co-op, one big request was focused around bringing new eras to the mode. This month we can confirm that the sequel trilogy will be arriving into co-op across the following maps: Jakku, Takodana, and the new Star Wars Rise of Skywalker inspired planet. New appearances are also on the way. Rey, Finn, and Kylo Ren will all be receiving a brand new appearance based on the Rise of Skywalker. These appearances will be available to everyone who owns the Celebration Edition and also for credits and crystals. The release of this update is slightly different when compared to previous ones. It goes live on December 17th, with one exception to this rule, the new planet, which joins our planetary rotations from December 20. So I'm assuming that's probably due to like spoiler reasons and whatnot. So in short, the December update has 4 new reinforcements, co-op in sequel trilogy, new planet for co-op, and 3 new appearances. So overall, sounds good. I'm just disappointed that the new planet will not be available right away in Galactic Assault or Capital Supremacy. But while we're talking about that, let's move on to the next part, which is called Into the New Year. It's incredible to think we're already in year 3 of the game's life. With 2019 fast coming to a close, our attention now turns towards what's next. In January, we will continue with sequel trilogy content, as we will bring it both to Instant Action and Capital Supremacy. This includes the Resistance MC-85 and the First Order Resurgent class Star Destroyer. And also, rounding out January, will also be 2 new heroes, BB-8 and BB9-E. So that is a bit of a joker. I did not expect this, well, I didn't expect us to get any heroes at all. They've kind of mentioned that they were done with heroes, but BB-8 and BB9-E, I'm not sure what to expect. I think this could turn out to be really interesting. It could also be really unbalanced, and I'm not sure how it's going to work out in something like heroes versus villains. But I like droids, I like bounty hunters for the reason that they can give them very unique abilities and they don't really have to limit to what we see in the movies, I would say. So I think both BB-8 and BB-9-E could have some nice gadgets included. But it's a bit unclear if they will be working just like normal heroes or if they will be a bit more like R2-D2 on the Death Star in the original game. But I don't think it's going to be that limited to one mode and one planet, but it's probably going to be like actual playable heroes, I think. And also to clarify, since they do say sequel trilogy content for Capital Supremacy and Instant Action, they don't specifically say that the new planet will be in Capital Supremacy here, but the co-op maps are actually quite large, so I would be very surprised if the new planet does not arrive in Capital Supremacy in January, and I would be quite disappointed to say the least. But I would assume that the new planet will be in Capital Supremacy in January. Moving on, we're already thinking about February and March, and we'll be back closer to the time with all the details on what to expect. From all of us on the Star Wars Battlefront team, thank you for being part of this journey, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the game over the holiday season. So, that's also some good news. They're continuing at least February and March. This game is not done yet, and I would imagine it gets quite a big push around the Rise of Skywalker with a Celebration Edition and hopefully a brand new trailer, which has been teased out on Twitter from Ben here. I think that could bring in a lot of attention to the game and a lot of new players, which means they could probably continue with the game further on to 2020. I'm just so happy that we're getting this update. I think most of it is really good news. It's only the part that the new map is only on co-op. Initially, that's a bit disappointing, but the amount of reinforcements, some random new heroes that I'm not sure what to expect really, and Capital Supremacy coming to sequel trilogy and so on, all good news, and I'm very excited for both December and January's content, and I think we're in for a pretty good future of this game. Also wanted to mention here that Ben has brought up that the era selector is still being worked on. It seems like it might not be dropping now in January. I'm not really sure why, but it's still being worked on. It will be arriving to the game. We're just not entirely sure of when just yet. But I'm really curious, what do you guys think about the reveals? Let me know in the comments below, as there was, well, some very interesting reveals to say the least. And for me, the biggest one is probably BB-8 and BB9-E. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited to see what DICE will be doing with 2 droid heroes. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and as always, may the Force be with you.